the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Two teams here that came into the NFL together back in 1995, and off we go between the Jags and the Panthers. Taken in at the 3, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Darnold looking to start with a pass. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Allen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Darnold. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
First up, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Second half starts with a run by ETN. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Lawrence on first down. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So these two teams will take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium as we're through 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Able to find Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. Throwing now, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up the chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, the yards count either way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. ETN once more. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with ETN. And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on 1st down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. Screen play. Here's ETN. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Come on, let's go.
Here's Logan Cook now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Darnold to throw. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Darnold. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another nice job there defensively. They really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on deep. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Agnew now to return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At their own 23. Now Lawrence. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Lawrence on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least 1 more OT to decide it after this. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, Etienne. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. This to win it in overtime. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And the kick is good. And finally, this one is over. We thought it may never end. But that kick puts the exclamation mark on it. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt, the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full